Hello again and welcome back to Mel's Miles. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Mel and I share my travel experiences and teach you the how-tos for free travel. In my last video, I discussed how flexible travel rewards are more valuable and flexible than points or miles that can only be used with a designated airline or hotel. If you recall, there are 5 companies that provide flexible reward points: Citi, American Express, Chase, Capital One, and Bilt Rewards. In today's video, I'm going to discuss what I consider to be the best overall flexible travel rewards card for 2023. Spoiler alert, it's the Bilt Rewards MasterCard. Interestingly, the Bilt Rewards credit card is actually a new player in the travel rewards credit card space. Prior to 2021, the 4 main players were Capital One, Citi, Chase, and Amex. Then in 2021, Bilt Rewards partnered with Wells Fargo to launch a unique and innovative new travel rewards credit card that was the first ever to allow customers to earn points on rent without paying a fee. So suddenly, there's a new kid on the block who's doing things very differently than the 4 old-time players. To better understand what sets Bilt apart, let's look at what I consider to be the top 12 benefits of this card, as well as 2 shortcomings. Benefit 1, no annual fee. This might not seem like a big deal until you look at comparable travel reward credit cards from the other 4 players. Then you'll realize that every credit card that offers similar travel benefits to Bilt charges an annual fee. The Chase travel reward cards charge anywhere from $95 to $550. Capital One charges $95 on one card and $395 on another. Citibank is similar, with one card at $95 and another at $495. And American Express has 3 different cards that all come in at pretty hefty price tags: $150, $250, and $695. The second benefit of the Bilt card is a competitive reward points earning structure. With the Bilt card, you earn 3x on dining, 2x on travel, 1x on all other purchases, including rent. You can earn up to 100,000 points each calendar year for your rent payments. Basically, you get 1 point per dollar of rent that you pay, with a ceiling of 100,000 points. So the more rent you pay, the more points you get. And there are no transaction fees. This is what really sets Bilt apart. There are situations currently where a landlord might accept credit card payments, but when this happens, you also get charged a pretty high convenience fee. When you're charged a fee for charging your rent, it offsets any benefit of the points that you get. For most people, it would make no sense to charge their rent if they're going to get charged a fee. But Bilt figured out a way around this. So you can charge your rent on the Bilt card, you get points, and you never have to pay a convenience fee. Moreover, Bilt offers payment options that should work in any rental situation. For example, if your landlord wants you to pay through a portal, Bilt will provide you a unique routing and checking account number so that you can pay directly to the portal, just like a regular checking or savings account. If your landlord prefers checks or Venmo, Bilt can do that as well. So if you're making 1 point for every dollar of rent that you spend, is that meaningful? Does it add up to much? Well, let's look at some numbers. If you pay $1,000 a month in rent, that adds up to 12,000 points per year. If you pay $1,500 a month, you get 18,000 points a year. $2,000 a month will net you 24,000 points within a year. $2,500 a month in rent would give you 30,000 points per year. And $3,000 a month would give you 36,000 points per year. If your rent is higher than $3,000, you earn even more points. But let's hope that your rent's not so high that you hit the 100,000 point ceiling. The third benefit of the Bilt card is something called the Bilt Protect debit. If your rent payment is close to or higher than your credit limit, then the Bilt Protect debit feature will pull the money directly from your checking account. That way your rent doesn't reduce your spending power. This also keeps your credit utilization low, which should help your credit score. Just remember that to take advantage of this benefit, you'll need to enable the Bilt Protect debit feature in the app. The fourth benefit of the Bilt card is Rent Day. On the first of each calendar month for a 24-hour period, Bilt features a bunch of different fun Rent Day promotions. For example, you get double points for all non-rent purchases. So dining becomes 6x, travel becomes 4x, and everything else becomes 2x. Bilt also provides fun events like Bilt's Point Quest Trivia game that awards points for correct quiz answers, as well as different challenges that provide a certain number of participants with free rent for the month. Finally, they offer rent day specials. Rent day specials are different every month, but some have been really good, like 100% transfer bonus to Air France, a Hyatt Explorer status challenge, 100% transfer bonus to IHG, and a transfer bonus to Virgin Red that ranged between 75% and 150%. The fifth benefit of Bilt is that they have great transfer partners. You can transfer your points one-to-one to any of Bilt's amazing transfer partners. And the list of travel partners is pretty amazing. I might argue that Bilt offers the best combination of travel partners of any of the major companies. For example, they're the only player to offer a transfer to American Airlines. And American offers some great travel reward options, including redemptions for Qatar Q Suites, as well as first-class flights on Japan Airlines. They also include United, which means they include 2 of the 3 major U.S. airlines. Another great transfer partner is World of Hyatt Hotels. Hyatt has the best reward redemption values of any hotel chain. That's pretty well agreed upon in the points world. And Chase is the only other player that allows transfers to Hyatt. Another great airline program on their list is Turkish Miles and Smiles. This program offers some great award sweet spots, including one-way domestic United flights anywhere in the U.S., including to and from Alaska and Hawaii for 7,500 miles in economy or 12,500 miles in business or first class, assuming that there's saver space availability. You can also book reasonable business class award flights to Europe, Africa, and Asia. Finally, Air Canada is one of their transfer partner options as well. This can be a lot of fun for advanced travel hackers because Air Canada has a lot of partner airlines, and they allow stopovers for only 5,000 points. This can enable you to piece together a pretty fantastic trip. If you're not advanced though, don't worry, because benefit number 6 of the Bilt card is a 25% travel portal bonus. While I'm not usually a fan of travel portals, it does at least provide beginners with a decent option for booking travel while they're still learning how to find more valuable redemptions. And getting a 25% bonus on a card with no annual fee is pretty impressive. Benefit number 7 for Bilt is the primary collision damage waiver on rental cars. Bilt specifically says you'll receive auto coverage for covered damages due to collision or theft for most rental cars when you pay for the rental transaction with the Bilt MasterCard. Benefit number 8 is cell phone protection. If you pay your monthly cell phone bill with your Bilt, you'll get up to $800 in protection each calendar year against covered damage or theft. Benefit number 9 for Bilt is purchase protection. If you make a purchase with the Bilt MasterCard, you're covered for theft or damage within 90 days of the date of purchase, up to $10,000 per claim. Benefit number 10, no foreign transaction fees. If you travel internationally and you use your Bilt card for travel, you won't have to pay a foreign currency conversion fee. This is really unusual for a card that doesn't charge an annual fee. Benefit number 11, trip delay and cancellation benefits. If you're traveling and your trip is delayed by more than 6 hours due to reasons like weather or mechanical breakdown, Bilt will reimburse you for expenses incurred, including things like meals. Bilt also covers you in the event of trip cancellation or interruption. They offer up to $5,000 of reimbursement as long as your passenger fare was booked with the Bilt MasterCard. Benefit number 12, Elite Status Perks. Bilt has a unique tiered Elite Status program. And depending on what level you are, you can earn perks like earning interest on the points balance that you have in your account, or being offered the services of a concierge who walks you through the home buying process step by step. The tiers are quite simple. When you first join Bilt Rewards, you're automatically blue. Once you've earned 25,000 points within a year, you become silver. 50,000 points, you become gold, and 100,000 points, you become platinum. The higher your status, the more benefits you receive. While those are what I consider to be Bilt's top 12 benefits, there are many other small benefits as well. So let me know in the comments if you'd like a follow-up video detailing these other advantages, as well as showing you more ways to earn the Bilt points and more ways to redeem the Bilt points. But for now, let's look at Bilt's 2 biggest shortcomings, at least in my opinion. Shortcoming number 1, no consistent sign-up bonus. In the points and miles world of travel hacking, this is a big disadvantage. Sign-up bonuses are absolutely the best way to accrue a large amount of points quickly. Notice that when I mentioned the shortcoming, I did use the word consistently though. A lot of people have reported what sounds to be sort of an informal bonus. When their card arrives, they receive an email or text saying that for 5 days, they could get 5x points on all of their purchases. This is not promised ahead of time or guaranteed, and it's kind of a mystery as to who gets this offer and who doesn't get the offer. Also, there's a cap of 50,000 points, but it's still a really good deal if you're lucky enough to get it. But again, sadly, no guarantees. Shortcoming 2. To get points, you need to make 5 transactions during the billing cycle. Now, I understand why Bilt does this. If everybody got the card, used it just to get points for rent, and never used it for purchases, Bilt would have a really hard time making enough money to actually stay afloat. So I get it. But it is an inconvenience for users. If you didn't plan on using the card for anything but rent, now you do have to use the card for at least 5 purchases, and you have to keep track to make sure that you hit the 5 transactions. It is easy to track in the app, but it's still kind of annoying. The good news is that there's no minimum spend for it to count, so it's pretty simple to come up with 5 transactions. Small purchases can include things like a coffee from Starbucks, loading $1 onto your Amazon balance, a pack of gum from the drugstore, and so on. Or if you go out to eat regularly, just make this your dining card. You get 3x points for dining, so it's a pretty good card to use for that anyway. So given the top 12 benefits and the 2 shortcomings, who is this card good for? Well, in my opinion, it's particularly good for 3 types of people. The first is anyone who rents. This is pretty self-explanatory. The only card on the market where you can get points for rent and you don't have to pay a fee. The second group of people that I think this card is good for are people who want to start collecting travel rewards but don't want an annual fee. I think this is a great card for that type of person because you can collect points, you can transfer them to great travel partners, you get pretty excellent travel benefits, and you don't pay a fee. And the third group of people that I think this card is good for are people who don't have enough expenses at the moment to meet a minimum spend on a different card. If you can't meet a minimum spend on another card, you won't get the sign-up bonus anyway. So it's better to save that card for a time when you have some big expense that helps you meet this up. For now, though, it's a great time for you to get Bilt because there's not a minimum spend anyway. So for all of these reasons, I rank the Bilt MasterCard as the #1 travel rewards credit card for Gen Z. There's no annual fee, you get points for rent, good earning rates for both dining and travel, amazing transfer partners, arguably the best, a slew of high-end credit card benefits, no foreign transaction fees, and rent day promos. So how confident am I in the statement that the Bilt Rewards card is the best card for Gen Z? Well, as they say, actions speak louder than words. I have 3 Gen Z kids that are all just now getting started in the travel hacking game, and I recommended this as the travel card for 2 out of the 3 kids this year. And for the third one, I'm going to recommend it to her as well as soon as she's a little older and has to start paying rent. And I actually applied for the card this year too, despite the fact that there's not a formal sign-up bonus. And that really says something because I normally would never sign up for a card without a sign-up bonus. But I really do believe in the card that much. I hope you found this video to be useful. And if you think that the Bilt card sounds like it might be a good fit for you, there's a link in the description below where you can get more information and apply. Also subscribe and stay tuned for more videos like this. Until next time, happy travels.